Anyway.
This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today, February 13th, 2023's meeting of the SIG-ContribEU Contributor Summit staff team. As a reminder, this meeting is being recorded, and since we are a CNCF meeting, we abide by the CNCF Code of Conduct, which boils down to be awesome to each other. Let us get started by jumping into the agenda today. Start, as always, with lead updates from myself and Puya. The big theme for this week is Reg. We got to get it ready, get it launched. After that, I think next theme is going to be CFP.
Yeah, just one quick update on that. I would get the CFP out like as soon as possible, like maybe launch it with Reg, because like I've been getting people both inside work and on Slack like DMing me asking like, hey, is the CFP up yet? Is the CFP up yet?
Same. So
okay.
Yeah.
Do we have, well, we'll get to that when we get to content. So on to CNCF updates. Brand got our Reg tests launched last week. We got a couple of test scenarios went through. Folks signed up as staff and saw no problems. I went through and did a test as non-staff earlier this morning. And I'm curious what we see on the back end, if anything, because this is a test cycle. Anybody see anything? Brienne, Mars?
I've tried the same. I've tried to register as a non-staff. I got email, but I don't have access to the backend. I need to get access to the backend.
Only CNCF staff has access to the backend.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I actually don't even have that access. It is specifically our registration team. So they can go in and make any edits and everything in the back end. We will just see the test site that they put together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Unfortunately, CVent doesn't have like good ACLs. So like there's lots of other reasons why it can't really be shared. Like direct access can't be shared.
Yeah. So what we do is we just go through the tests, any edits, comments, or anything like that we have. I will relay that back to our team. They'll make the edits. They'll kind of, do it in live time. We can look at it. And then once it's finally where we want it to be, then they can make it live and launch it.
Okay. Okay.
I think there are no changes required. I think everything looks good. Email looks good. So if we can confirm that the backend works, we can launch basically.
Yeah, as long as that's confirmed, as long all the data you got, then we can just go.
Awesome.
Yeah, as soon as we're ready and I give them the go ahead, they should be able to have it launched the same day. So if we think it's good to go, we could have it launched this afternoon.
Let's just get confirmation from them on what they see for the non-staff registration that I did.
Okay.
And other than that, I think that's the only other checkbox we have to tick.
Okay.
To mention to everyone that is here, if you have gone through and done a staff or non-staff test registration, you will have to go cancel that registration before we go and properly launch everything.
Yes.
So, please go cancel your test registrations once we have everything confirmed and we're ready to go. But it sounds like once we confirm from the back end, we should be able to launch, within a matter of hours.
Yep. Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah. So as soon as we get that, I'll let you know. And then once I have final approval from you, we'll get it going. Next thing I had was space allocations have been added, and I have updated them on the planning doc. I just need to know your preferred layouts or room setups as soon as possible so I can go ahead and have the venue do the floor plans for us. You'll see I put in what rooms we've been given. I have put in some floor plans as well. Don't mind my bad scribbles. I tried to draw on them to designate which space we have as best as possible. This venue is pretty confusing. Luckily, we are in a really good location. We're very close to where registration will be, and we are also removed from where all of the co-located events will be. So it is going to be a really nice layout. I think it'll be private and work really well for the group. So yeah, if you could take a look at that and just put in, you'll see on the planning doc, the columns, everything's kind of laid out. I just need to know how we want the room set, how many people we want it set for, and any AV needs. So if you could just work on filling that in and let me know when it's all set, that'd be perfect. And I will get that information over to the venue.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And last, but certainly not least, I will be completely out of office, removed, probably not checking anything. I am actually taking a vacation with my husband for like the first time in 5 years. So don't expect to hear from me March 22nd through 28th.
Okay.
Yeah. Will Deb be available if there's like any sort
She
of
will,
emergency
yep.
type thing? Okay.
Yes, Deb will be available and everybody else will still be in office working away. So you're not going to be out and about hanging on your own.
Excellent.
And I say I'm not going to check anything, but realistically, I probably will.
Don't do it. Don't give in.
Please don't.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
But not on
really
our
hard.
behalf.
I'm going to try really, really hard.
Everyone deserves an actual vacation.
I know. I can't even think of the last time we've actually like gone somewhere and just gone on vacation and not done work. So this is our first attempt
Right.
in a long time.
Awesome. Yay.
And that's
Okay.
pretty much all I had today. I am still working with the offsite venue to kind of get everything coordinated and get that signed. But as of now, we're rolling along. So that's in a
Okay.
great place.
Is the offsite? Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead, Bob.
I said on the offsite venue, is it the same one from 2020?
It is. Yep. Same exact space. Everything's pretty much the same. Yeah.
So in that space, I noticed that there's like half a dozen different subspaces. Do we have the whole thing? Or
So the space we'd be in is called the Beach House. And so it is like its own little space off on its own. They have some, bars and tables, and it's kind of their more fun space. So that is the area we'd be designated to.
okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you for that.
No problem. And yeah, I think that's it for me.
Any questions for Brienne before we move on? Okay, moving on. Jason, content. What you got for us?
Content, yes. Finalized the list of shadows and helpers for the content team, and I updated that on the issue. And other than that, I will be working on the team to start fleshing out the CFP and the room layouts, or at least input into the room layouts. And we'll work with the leads on trying to help finalize that for Brienne. And since Brienne was nice enough to let us know about vacation coming up, I should probably say that I have some vacation coming up as well, and I will be out next week, but I will make sure that anything that we come up with as far as the content plan, the CFP, and the space allocation stuff will be in a shared space, so any of the shadows should be able to pick up with the update next week.
Awesome. Okay. That sounds good to me. Any questions for Jason? Moving on then. Comms with Chris.
Hey, y'all.
Go ahead.
So we're kind of just waiting on Reg go no go, right? Like we kind of need that to work before we send out next messaging. But given Bob's comment about CFP, Jason, I'm wondering if you are cool with mentioning anything of that in the next email that goes out, which sounds like is going to be this week, maybe, or next. But I will also point out that I am trying to not be on Earth, essentially, on vacation starting Thursday through the following week.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll try to see what we could do about getting it in place. I don't want to make any promises because
Sure.
this will
No,
be
I totally
the
get it. But yeah,
first work that
whatever.
we're doing with the shadows and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I will try, and if not, then we will probably target not next week, but the week after. Just
Yeah, and my shadow should be able to pick up email, no problem. And I can help them with that, right? Like I'll respond to them while I'm gone, but
Yep.
probably not anybody else.
I think that if we can get Reg sorted out today or tomorrow,
Mhm.
then getting the Reg notification email out on Wednesday is probably ideal.
Yeah.
And if the CFP is not ready, then we can just wait a week for the CFP email. And
Yeah,
it becomes
like
a
I'm
reminder.
totally cool doing either one, right? Like,
Yeah.
or both, that kind of thing.
I'm not too concerned with the CFP waiting an extra week, even though people are chomping at the bit to get in there.
Mhm.
So I do think that the CFP response may help us with the room layouts. If we find out that we have suddenly 140 CFPs submissions, then maybe we want to look at maybe an extra track of prepared sessions. But
Who knows?
Anyway, okay, sounds good for comms. Thank you for that, Chris. Over to Mars with Reg. I know we're waiting on everything. Anything else
Yes,
you want to add?
so basically we have 2 registration links available, tested, hopefully confirmed today, tomorrow that they are working fine. And I believe we can go live after that.
Awesome.
Yay, almost there.
Then we start getting into everybody counting everyone. Hooray! Any questions on Reg? I think we've already gone over that enough. Moving on. Celebration with Xander. Xander's not here. He doesn't have any updates, he said, in the Slack channel. And I think that'll come in after the finalization happens from the event site. Moving on. Ops with Federico. I don't see Federico here. And there's not much for ops to do until after all the room layouts and everything are done anyway. So moving on, SIG meet and greet with Kim. Kim has been incommunicado for a bit. I'm following up with her.
I have
She just,
update.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say she responded to some of the threads and finally just got approval that she can volunteer. So
Yeah.
I saw that
fantastic.
over the weekend. So yes,
Mhm.
she just got approvals. So I will be
Awesome.
talking with her later this week, but Chris might have a better update. I'm just going off what I've got messages.
Yeah, that's essentially what, Kazlan and I were told, right? Like, hey, I finally got approval for stuff. And yeah, this is what I'm working on, kind of thing. So yeah.
Cool.
and if
Okay.
needed, please let me know. I could bug her on internal channels now as well.
Awesome. I got her phone number though, so I bug her through that. You let me know.
Okay. That is all the urgent stuff and all of the slightly less urgent stuff. We have 8 weeks until we are ready to roll. Anybody got anything else to bring up, or are everybody feeling good? Everybody feeling confident?
Yeah. As confident as I can be, right? Like,
Countdown begins. We got 2 months. We're
Yay.
gonna crush this. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
65, I think
Monday.
63 days.
I'm
63?
sorry. The only countdown in my head right now is to Thursday, right? Like that's it. That's as far out as I'm thinking. Like, get on plane.
I mean, it seems so far away since it's like March 1100th, 2020.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other comments? Going once, going twice before we stop the recording? Sold to the man who was secretly a cow very briefly. Okay. 7 unquoted.